Hey there, and welcome to JSA's Fast Forward. This is the monthly broadcast that brings you all the latest headlines from the world of tech, telecom, and data centers.
That's right. I'm Jaymie Scotto, Cutaia, CEO and founder of JSA, and here with my fellow co-host, Dean Perrine. We're coming to you live from JSA TV through LinkedIn and YouTube.
It's been a very busy month on our news feeds and blog, hasn't it, Jay?
It sure has. There was especially a lot of great thought leadership pieces catching my eye.
Mhm.
For example, got to drop some names here. There was something interesting interviews with T5 COO Tom Mertz, as well as Dennis Monteleone, who is the general manager of China Telecom Brazil. So a lot of interesting think pieces. Oh, and also LightPath, BCE Global too. So lots to cover.
Jamie, I can listen to you say Italian words all day long. It sounds so good to me. Anyway,
Grazie.
yeah, you bet. There's also some very cool events like Capacity LATAM, the NVIDIA GTC. They both seem like very, very big hits. So lots going on there too.
Yeah, and maybe some of my favorite pieces this last month were from our interview series as part of Women's History Month. I
Mhm.
highly encourage everyone to check those out. Those were awesome.
Very, very cool. And there's a lots more to discuss. Are you ready to dive into the main headlines for the month, Jay?
You betcha. Let's kick it off with the big deals and wins for this month.
And here comes the deals and wins section where we talk about the latest in big industry success stories.
Yep, this section is where we cover everything from mergers and acquisitions to project milestones and expansion announcements and everything in between. So let's go ahead and dive in.
Let's do that. Starting off, we have Superior Essex Communications. They announced that they have taken a step forward in supporting the Broadband Equity Access and Deployment Program. This is a federal program providing $42 billion, that's billion with a B, in funding to expand high-speed internet access across the country. Jamie, you know I love this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, incredible. We want to get everyone with access as soon as possible. And now there are special considerations for construction materials that can be used for this program. And Superior Essex has once again met them all with their copper and fiber cabling products, which means you'll be able to play an important part, Superior Essex, in enhancing internet connectivity across various underserved communities. So great news all around.
Yeah, that is fantastic news. And moving north, OVH Cloud has just unveiled its latest data center in Toronto, part of Ascent's Toronto One hyperscale development. The new facility represents a significant investment, with OVH Cloud committing $145 million over 8 years.
Yeah, and this new deployment with OVH Cloud is designed to host up to 10,000 servers, reinforcing OVH Cloud's presence in North America. It's like they're baking a cloud cake, and every Canadian business is invited to the party.
You know, Jamie, we both love cake, so I think we should go to that party.
Absolutely.
Okay. In acquisition news, Ardian has announced its purchase of Vern Phobia, formerly known as Vern Global Finland. With the
Right.
thank you. With a commitment of up to 1.2 billion, Ardian plans to significantly increase Vern's capacity in Northern Europe, emphasizing sustainable growth and green financing.
And we should just take a pause there because this is big,
It's
big
huge.
news, a big move for the data center market in Europe. Really, they are on a mission to make the internet greener and meaner. And by meaner, we mean more efficient, of course.
Of
So
course.
awesome job, great acquisition with Ardian
Yeah, no,
purchasing Vern. Yes.
fantastic, fantastic stuff. And keeping the greener theme, Jay, maybe this is a good time to talk about JSA's big publishing news coming up here in April.
Yeah. All right. It's always a good time. And of course, April kicking off our Planet Month, our commitment to get greener. April 22nd specifically is Earth Day, of course. And that's the day JSA will drop. I'm holding our first issue, but it'll drop our second issue of Greener Data, the sequel to this bestseller from 2022.
So this one is the sequel. It's so the Revenge of Greener Data, right?
Revenge.
or greener data, electric boogaloo.
Thankfully, we're just calling it Greener Data Volume 2, but it does feature over 40. We had 24 authors in the first volume. This one is over 40 of our industry's most important leaders. And by the way, Kim Guineas of Fern now, what's the Ardian?
Okay. Yep.
Mhm. Also in there. So a lot of the folks that we're just talking about today, part of this book, incredible thought leaders. And it's, yeah, again, due out April 22nd.
That is so exciting. And I guess Greener Data Volume 2 is better than what I was thinking. Although I think Greenest Data could have been funny as well, or maybe take the Fast and Furious route with Too Green, Too Data. Whew,
Too fast, too furious. Okay, I get you. I get you.
these are too terrible. Okay,
All
back to
right.
the news. Jaymie, please take it
Back
away
to the
from
news before we all just die of corniness or
me.
laugh from. Okay, here we go. Arch Top Fiber. Oh, I love these guys.
Yeah.
Making waves in Kingston, New York by launching an internet service that promises unprecedented speeds.
Yeah, again, near and dear to my heart. They're bringing it to where it's needed most. And after a successful testing phase, customers in Kingston are now experiencing speeds up to 2 gigabits per second, which is twice the download speed and more than 57 times faster upload speeds than the competitors in the same market. Things are really speeding up there in the Hudson Valley in New York.
Yeah, I mean, good reason to move to upstate New York, right? The next piece of news, which is pretty funny, this month, Trilogy Next Gen deployed a private 5G network at the new Trinity Broadcasting Network Studio in Dallas, Fort Worth. This is the studio where shows like Dr. Phil are recorded.
You know, if I had known that there was going to be a Dr. Phil reference in today's Fast Forward, I would have tried to do a Dr. Phil impression. But fortunately, I don't have one of those. Anyway, the technology integration will allow for up to 20 live and recorded broadcasts simultaneously at the studio. It's a great showcase for the potential of 5G in enhancing media production and distribution.
Yeah, I don't have a Dr. Phil
You know,
impression.
I thought about that in my head. I thought, give it your best shot, Dean. And then I'm like, your
I
best shot is going
couldn't.
to
I
be
don't even
terrible.
know. I'm not sure I know like what he says to do it. Anyway, all right. In the venture world, guys, let's switch over to Flexnode. Flexnode has attracted attention with a $9 million seed round led by Zakua Ventures. This investment will fuel Flexnode's innovative approach to data center design and construction, highlighting the company's potential with AI builds and speed to market. Sounds like there's some really exciting news in the future for Flexnode.
Absolutely. And lastly, Cityside Fiber is progressing with its high performance fiber network rollout in Orange County, California. Jake, don't you live in Orange County?
Sometimes.
So, with construction underway in Lake Forest and plans to begin in Mission Viejo, Cityside Fiber is set to deliver internet speeds of up to 5 gigabits per second, emphasizing the growing demand for fast and reliable broadband service. But fast, reliable broadband is like a theme for today's fast forward. It
Mhm.
feels that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, and again, like you want to move to where there is fast, reliable internet,
Yep.
and Cityside making that possible in the beautiful OC. I love those guys too. All right, that about does it.
Yep, that's our deals and wins news for the month.
What's next?
Next up is movers and shakers coming at you.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Movers and Shakers news for this past month.
This is the time when we cover all the news about people, events, and ideas.
Yeah, that's right. We are talking new hires, award wins, events, publishing. We're going to start it off with a couple of great women leaders making waves in the industry.
First up, Kelly Mullick of Isotope Technologies was named one of Mission Critical's top 25 women in technology. The list, now in its fourth year, celebrates the achievements of women leading the way in technology. Way to go, Kelly.
Way to go, Kelly. Next up, we've got Cleaner Arc Data Centers COO Lindsay Bruner. This past month, she graced the cover of CIO Views as one of the top 10 empowering women leaders to follow in 2024. A full article about her in this magazine where they call her a beacon of inspiration. So amazing work, Lindsay.
I dream of being called a beacon of inspiration one day. That's fantastic. Very cool.
Aw, you're mine, my friend.
Oh, Jaymie, and you're my number one woman in technology.
Ah, thank you.
Okay, okay. And in hiring news, Light Edge is shining even brighter with the addition of Matt. I'm sorry, I knew I was going to mess this up. Bigaki. Matt is their new CMO, Chief Marketing Officer, and he's got a resume with 15 years in tech. In the tech industry, and will be in charge of Light Edge's new customer acquisitions, demand generation, and brand development. Something we know a lot about over here at JSA.
Yes, yes. Congratulations, Matt. And Leia Digital Data Centers is also dialing up the buzz with Fernanda Belchior stepping in as marketing director with 2 decades of experience in the data center industry. Fernanda's ready to boost Brazil's digital economy with Alea.
Outstanding. And in other forward-thinking moves, T5 Data Centers is thinking ahead with their new white paper on AI. It's called "The Future of Data Centers and the AI Surge," and it's full of T5's insights into how to beef up your data center to meet the demands of AI workloads.
We gave you a lot of tongue twisters. I'm so
I
sorry.
mean, come on, come on.
So sorry.
I wanted to say electric boogaloo again.
You did. All right. Moving on, guys, to events. DF&I is not just attending the very first Data Center Frontier Trends Summit, they're helping to steer the ship. This month's DF&I's CEO, Scott Bergs, who we love, announced as part of the advisory board, and the event is slated for September of this year. So Scott Bergs, part of the advisory board for the Data Center Frontier Trends Summit, and it is coming to you in September.
Scott's one of those guys I feel like we hear a lot about and probably will hear more from in the coming years too. So yeah, our last piece of news is anniversary news, as 165 Halsey celebrated 25 years in the industry just last month. They marked the occasion at DCD Connect in New York. I saw them while I was there.
Ah, happy birthday, 165 Halsey. I hope they had a big cake. Are we on cakes?
There you go. Cake again. Awesome. Sounds good. Broadband and cake. That's what the segment is today.
The theme. Yes, yes.
When I turned 25, I mostly was interested in fireworks and lottery tickets.
I'm
But
sure
I have
cake was in there.
but I have a feeling that they are a lot smarter than I was a quarter century ago. What I'm saying is,
You're
congrats.
telling us your age is what you're doing.
Yeah, I know. Thank you very much, scriptwriter. What I'm really trying to say is, congrats to all of our movers and shakers for the month. Well deserved all around.
Here, here.
And that wraps up our movers and shakers section.
And now we're moving to collaboration and innovation.
That's right. We're talking about collaboration and innovation in all its shapes and forms.
This is the place for news and notes about new partnerships, new products, new services. It's new here.
And we're kicking things off with some news from Route This Inc. They rolled out a new tool for quality of install, QoI, quality of install QoI. It's all about ensuring that your home Wi-Fi isn't just up and running, but it's optimally set from the get-go. As a homeowner and somebody who is a amateur, IT professional in my own home, this is invaluable.
I need this for JSA TV. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. Or when you're on a video call and your screen freezes up in the middle of making an embarrassing expression. I've done this too many times to count.
Exactly.
So you've been there, haven't you, Jay?
Yesterday, as a matter of fact, but we won't discuss.
Well, it sounds like this new tool is sort of like Wi-Fi Whisperer. So maybe that's our ticket, the Wi-Fi Whisperer.
I hope so. Okay, there's another solution hitting the market this month from NetNumber. It's a new instant validation feature for their number check solution. It offers real-time insights into a phone number's validity so you can catch bogus numbers instantly, which I say awesome too.
Absolutely. Bogus numbers. We've all had a few of those.
I'm now angry answering phone calls.
Oh, I
don't know. I'm like, who is this and why are you calling me? People
and it seems like it's so easy to spoof that even people who are conditioned not to react to it, I'm just like, well, maybe it is for real. And so then, sometimes I actually miss calls. I know.
It's bad for business, y'all.
Yeah. In other product news, Isotope announced the launch of its second gen KULRAN, that's CULRAN, which is a telco server for edge deployments. This new edition features liquid cooling meant for cellular base stations. It's also got HPE ProLiant servers and Intel Xeon chips, which I think is like when your new car has heated seats and a subwoofer in the back. So it's super tricked out data center stuff.
So glad you just did that because that was really amazingly technical. Okay, in other cooling news, Nautilus Data Technologies and Start Campus are
Yeah.
teaming up to dunk data centers in a cool pool with the new EcoCore system. We're talking a new liquid cooling solution that promises high efficiency with minimal environmental impact. And they've deployed for the first time at Science Project Facility in Portugal.
Yeah, this is huge. This is a big thing. And Nautilus, as a relatively newish JSA client, I have learned so much about water cooled data center technologies and their proprietary EcoCore system, which is, it blows my mind.
We
Actually,
have like a huge section coming out, Greener Data Volume 2, all
that's,
about innovative cooling.
yeah.
And Nautilus is at the top of that list. So
Yeah, no, it's
awesome.
so cool. Okay, so much industry innovation these days is all about giving our servers a cool glass of lemonade on a hot day, and I am here for it.
Absolutely. Okay, or maybe some nice iced tea living in SoCal or Vegas, wherever. Liquid cooling is something I can relate to on a deep personal level.
I couldn't agree more. And in other
Hot.
partnership
It's hot
news,
here. Honey. Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
yeah, the Vegas, I've got, it's real hot, but it's not the heat, right? It's the humidity. We say that in the Midwest. I don't know if it's the
Well,
same there in Vegas, but
let's
anyway.
just all the girls out there know what I'm talking about.
In other partnership news, Console Connect and Wasabi Technologies have teamed up to try to make cloud storage and and migration as easy as pie. We've talked
For
about
cake.
cake and now
Yeah.
pie. Uh, their partnership brings together Console Connect's network as a service platform and Wasabi's cloud storage. This way, they can offer a streamlined way to manage data across multiple clouds, hopefully without breaking a sweat and requiring a lemonade break.
And guys, Light Source Communications is keeping very busy too. They're about to help Phoenix get even more connected. Again, yay, more connectivity. Light Source announces a new 140-mile dark fiber route that promises to enhance connectivity for data centers, cities, and universities across the Phoenix metro area. They're doing this with the help of Future Infrastructure LLC, a special contractor for construction projects just like this.
And from Arizona to California now, as Cologix and Bandwidth IG are joining forces to boost data connectivity in the Silicon Valley. Bandwidth IG announces, we know and love them. Bandwidth IG announced that they have introduced dark fiber connectivity at Cologix SV1 data center in San Jose. It's an 84,000 square foot facility, and it's now about to be all set up with dark fiber. Very cool.
It's very cool. And that's about it for our innovation and collaboration section. But there's so much happening in the busy industry of ours. So,
There sure is. And lucky for our viewers, we're here to keep them up to date.
speaking of which, let's make sure everyone out there knows about the most important industry events coming up.
You bet. Coming up later in April, there's Data Cloud ESG Summit in Iceland. I want to go to that so bad.
Me
And
too.
also Data Center World in Washington, D.C. Plus, in May, there's a big one. ITW is returning to National Harbor. I think we've got a major contingent going out to ITW this year, right, Jay?
You know it. You know it. JSA TV will be broadcasting live on site at ITW. So make sure you please stop by to say hello. I miss you all. I'll be there too. Also, mark your calendar for what I am sure will be the most talked about event at ITW. Y'all ready for this? The Greener Data Exchange, Thursday, May 16th. It'll be our in-person launch of our new book. We'll have a virtual launch on April 22nd, Earth Day, but our first in-person launch and author roundtable and cocktails, greener martinis. That's the Greener Data Exchange, Thursday, May 16th. 2-part panel discussion, beautiful orchard terrace. You got to be there.
Yeah, I only wish I could be there, but somebody's got to stay home, right? And speaking of greener data, don't miss the debut of Volume 2 on Amazon on Earth Day, Monday, April 22nd. Check out greenerdata.net to learn more.
Greenerdata.net. You said it, guys. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in.
We'll see you next time.
Happy networking.